Hi students, my name is Hitesh Nagarashet. I am from Manara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is quadratic equation. In quadratic equation we know about definition of quadratic equation and solve some of the problems regarding quadratic equation. So let us move on to the next concept, that is we have to solve quadratic equation by factorization. That means, so factorization we already discussed in the previous classes, it's standard. So here also we are solving quadratic equation by factorization. So let us discuss about solving quadratic equation by factorization. Solving quadratic equation by factorization. Yes, so we already know about factors. So factors means almost it's a root of the equation, we are call it as. So any equation or any quadratic equation, any polynomials have their roots. So we can solve out roots or we can find out roots. There are several methods are there. So one of the method is factorization. We are solving some of the equation. We are finding some of the roots of the equation by factorization. Factors means it's a factors. So when we are taking 30 means, so we can factorize it out. That means what are the factors? So when we are multiplying those two factors of 30, so we got 30, that is 1 and 30 are the factors. 130 and 215, so those are the factors, and 3 and 10, so this is also a factor. Then 6 and 5, so those are also factors of 30. Likewise we have to split into two parts. Here we have to split into two parts from multiplication. Between multiplication we have to split that one as a factors. So that is nothing but factorization. So firstly we have to define this method. So because we are aware of roots of the equation. When we take quadratic equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. When the value of x, when the polynomial is 0, that means that value of x is the root of the equation, or we call it as a solution of the equation. So this is the very important part in our solving quadratic equation by factorization. So firstly we go with the definition. Let alpha be the, yes, so here alpha is the root of the equation. I will take alpha as the root of the equation. Which equation? Quadratic equation. What is the standard form of quadratic equation? Ax square plus bx plus c. That is alpha is the root of the quadratic equation. Firstly I will take it as a p of x. P of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. So here x square, the power of the leading term is 2. That means it's a quadratic equation. We already know in the polynomials part. So here p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, and a is not equal to 0. So if a is equal to 0, it becomes linear polynomial, but we want quadratic equation. So that means, so here a is not equal to 0. If a alpha square plus b alpha plus c is equal to 0, when we substitute the value of x is equal to alpha, so the result will be 0. When p of x is equal to 0, we already studied that when the polynomial is 0, the value of that variable is the 0 of the equation. That means, apart from the 0, we can take it as solution of the equation, or 0 of the equation, or the root of the equation we can take. Then x is equal to alpha is the solution of the quadratic solution of the quadratic equation or zero of the quadratic equation, zero of the quadratic equation, zero of the quadratic equation, or so here solution of the quadratic equation or zero of the quadratic equation or root of the quadratic equation or root of the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Yes. So this is the definition of solving quadratic equation by factorization. That means when alpha is the one of the factor of a quadratic equation, that means when we are inserting the value of x is equal to alpha in that equation, in that quadratic equation, the value of the polynomial becomes 0. So that value of x we call it as a solution of the quadratic equation or zero of the quadratic equation or root of the quadratic equation. We are know about root of the quadratic equation or we are know about zeros of the polynomial. We are already studied in the previous standards. So here as a solution of the quadratic equation, that means here we are taking solution of the quadratic equation because we are solving quadratic equation by factorization. So let us move on to the problem part. So we can take any other problems, any other quadratic equation. So we have to solve those quadratic equation by factorization. Yes. Firstly, I will take 2x square minus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. Yes. So this is the equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So here I will take equation, this is equation number 1. So it's in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is the standard form of the quadratic equation. So this is the method we are solving this method. We are solving this quadratic equation by factorization means we have to split the middle term here. So we have to solve this factorization by splitting middle term. So what we have to do? So we have to take first the value of a and value of c. That is, one is the constant term, another one is the coefficient of x square. So that means firstly we have to multiply that one. So a into c, we have to multiply those two terms. So after that what we have to do? We have to split this a and c. So the result we have to split in the factors. I am already told you that we have to split into the factors, multiplied factors here. So that means, so when we are inserting those two values here, so the multiplication of those two values becomes a into c, the result of a into c. So I will take it as u and v. Okay, so u and v are the factors of this a and c. Okay, so some other factors. So we can take any other factors. 30, with the value of 30 means we can take 1 and 30 are the factors, and 2 and 15 are the factors, 3 and 10 are the factors, 6 and 5 are the factors. There are many factors are there. So it's also one of the factors from the collection of some of the factors. It's also one of the factors. The result is that, so when we are adding u plus v, when we are adding these two terms, we want the value of v. So this is our main intention in the factorization. Firstly, we have to follow this one. Okay, so let us take a and c. So here a is 3, sorry, c is 3 and a is 2. So that is a into c means 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Firstly, we have to factorize it out. Firstly, we have to factorize. So what are the factors? 1 and 6 are the factors. Then 2 and 3 are the factors. Okay, this is enough. When we are taking 3 here, again it 2 comes. After that 6, 1. So this remains same. There is no any changes here. Yes. So we got 1 and 6. When we are multiplying 1 and 6, we got 6. When we are multiplying 2 and 3, we got 6. So just just observe here the value of b is minus 5. So we want, when we are adding these two terms, we got minus 5. So here, when we are here, we can subtract. So 1 and 6 we can subtract it. So that means we can take any 1 minus 6. That means it's a minus 5. 1 minus 6 we can take. It's a minus 5 it becomes. Okay. So that means whether it is possible or not, we have to check 1 and minus 6. So when we are adding those two terms, we got minus 5. But remember, when we are taking those two terms, so these are the factors of this quadratic equation. When we are multiplying those two terms, we must get 6 here. That means 1 into minus 6 means minus 6 here. It's not possible. So that means these two, 1 and minus 6, 1 and 6 are not possible. So then we have to go to the next possibility. So firstly, we want minus 5. Yes. So how can we get? So you can convert this into minus. Yes. Minus 2 minus 3, it is minus 5. And minus 2 into minus 3 means minus into minus plus 2 into 3, 6. So that means, our required factor is minus 2 and minus 3. So after that, what we have to do? We have to take those two factors in splitting middle term. Yes. So firstly, I will split this middle term 2x square. Then I will write minus 2x. Minus 2x. Then minus 3x. Minus 3x. Then plus 3 is equal to 0. So here just observe whether the value of the equation disturbs or not. We have to check. Minus 2x minus 3x is minus 5. So minus 2 into minus 3, 3 into 2, 6. So that means our splitting middle term is correct here. After that, what we have to do? We have to take out common. That means from first two term we can take 2x. Here 2x is the common, first two term. So we have to take out common term from the first two term here. So that means, so here 2x is common. When we are taking 2x common, so what remains here? Into x square. That means here 2x into x. That means when we are taken out, so only x remains. Then minus. Then when we are taken out 2x, so that means here 2x into 1 means only 1 remains here. Then here I will take out minus 3, because so when we are getting my x minus 1 here, we have to get x minus 1 here also. Remember, when we are having x minus 1 here, so we have to get x minus 1 here only. So for that basis, we have to take out common. That means when we are taking out minus 3, so we got x comma x remains here and minus 1 here is equal to 0. If we have further doubts, so you have to solve here only. So just observe 2x into x, that means 2x square. 2x into minus 1, it's minus 2x. Then minus 3 into x, it means minus 3x. Then minus 3 into minus 1, minus into minus plus 3 into 1, 3. So the value of the equation does not disturb here. After that, here just observe x minus 1 is common from both two terms here. So that means x minus 1 take out common. Then here, what will remains here? Here in this factor, in this term, so we got 2x remaining. That means 2x, and from this term we have minus 3 common here. Yes. So when the multiplied term is 0, so when we are taking the multiplied term is 0, so that means one of the terms are 0. When we are having one of the terms are 0 means, so the value of the equation be 0. So that means we have to take separately. That means x minus 1 can be 0 or 2x minus 3 can be 0. Both chances are there. So that means here the equation splits into two parts. That means here we get two separate roots here. So that means when we are transposing minus 1, so after transposing it becomes plus 1. That means x is equal to 1. Or so here first you transpose 3 here. So it convert into minus 3 convert into plus 3, that is 2x is equal to 3. Then here 2 is multiplied part, here we have to transpose to the RHS side, we will come to the denominator, that is x is equal to 3 by 2. That means x is equal to 3 by 2 and x is equal to 1 are the real roots of the equation. That means x is equal to 1 and 3 by 2 are the real roots of the given quadratic equation. Yes. So this is the procedure to solve quadratic equation by factorization. Clearly it shows factors. So x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3 by 2 are the roots of the equation, and here x minus 1 and 2x minus 3 are the factors of the quadratic equation. These two are the factors of the quadratic equation. 1 and 6 are the factor of 6. Minus 2 and minus 3 are the factor of 6. So like that only here also x minus 1 and 2x minus 3 are the factors of the quadratic equation. So you can take any other examples of quadratic equation, you have to solve by using factorization. So let us move on to the next problem. Yes, so next question is 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is the another quadratic equation. So it's in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Firstly, what we have to do? We have to multiply value of c and value of a. The constant term and the coefficient of x square. The value of constant is minus 2 and the value of coefficient of x square is 6. So that means 6 into minus 2. That is 6 into minus 2 means it's a minus 12. So we have to split into two parts. So here minus term is there. Firstly, we have to neglect that minus term. So firstly we have to take the factors. That is 1 into 12 is the possibility. Then from 2 into 6 is the possibility. Then so 3 into 4 is the possibility. And next we can take 6 into 2 only. So that means we have to stop here only. So then we have to check whether the possibility, what is the possibility here. So firstly 1 and 12. So we want minus 1. When we are taking minus 1 means, so we have to subtract. So when we are subtracting the consecutive number, so then only we got 1 or minus 1. So like that. So just observe what are the consecutive numbers here. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are the consecutive numbers. So when we are taking subtraction between those two numbers, we got 1. So that means, so here we have to put the sign. But here just observe minus 1 is there. So when we got minus 1, so when the higher number has the prefix minus sign, so then only we got minus sign. So that means just check 3 minus 4 is minus 1 and 3 into minus 4 is minus 12. That means the roots are correct. So that means we have to take those two roots. So just split the middle term. That is 6x square plus 3x plus 3x, then minus 4x is 4x minus 2 is equal to 0. Just check, plus 3x minus 4x is minus x. That means the value of equation does not disturb. So here I will take out 3x common here. So that means 6 is also divisible by 3. So that means we can take out 6. We can take out 3 here. So that is 3x into, when we are taking 3x common, so 3x into 2x. So that means it's a factor of 6x square. When we are take out 3x here, so we only remains 2x. So here 3x into 1, that means we got only 1. Then here I will take out minus 2. When we are taking minus 2 here, so that means minus of minus, that means here it becomes plus, then 2 into 2 into x, that means when we are take out 2 from that, so we got left only 2x. Then here minus, so when we are taking minus into minus, no, so we can take plus here. So minus into minus, minus into plus, minus. So that means 1 is equal to 0. So just observe whether it is right or wrong. 3x into 2x, 6x square, 3x into 1, 3x, then minus 2 into 2x, minus 4x, minus 2 into minus 1 plus 1, it is minus 2, it is correct. So after that what we have to do? We have to take out 2x plus 1 common from this equation. That is 2x plus 1, and here 3x remains, and here minus 2 remains, is equal to 0. Then, so in this, just observe here 2x plus 1 into 3x minus 2. The equation splits into two factors, multiplied factor. That means 2x plus 1 and 3x minus 2 are the factors of 6x square minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So this is about the method of factorization. After that, we have to find out the roots. That is, we have to equate 0 to both of them. That is, 2x plus 1 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Firstly, I will transpose this plus 1 to the RHS side. It becomes 2x minus 2x is equal to minus 1. Then after that, I have to transpose 2 to the RHS side. It will come to the denominator. That is, x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Then, or here 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Firstly, I will transpose 2. That is, 3x is equal to 2. Then I will transpose 3 to the RHS side. That means it becomes x is equal to 2 by 3. That means x is equal to minus 1 by 2 and x is equal to 2 by 3 are the real roots of the equation. When we are inserting the value of x is equal to 2 by 3 in this equation, the value is again it is 0. And when we are inserting minus 1 by 2 to this equation, the value, the RHS should be 0 here. So the equation does not disturb. So you can try in your home. So that means minus 1 by 2 and 2 by 3 are the real roots of the equation. You can verify by inserting the value of x in the quadratic equation. That means x is equal to minus 1 by 2 and 2 by 3 are the real roots of the given quadratic equation. Given quadratic equation. Yes. So this is about when solving quadratic equation by method of factorization. There are some other problems are there. You can take many problems. So regarding solving quadratic equation by factorization. So let us move on to the last problem. Third problem, the sum of two numbers is 11 and product of same two numbers is 30. Find out the number. Find out the numbers. Yes. So here the sum of two numbers is 11 and product of same two numbers is 30. Find out the numbers. We have to find out those numbers. So how can we find out? So I will take first number as x. So there are two numbers are there. Two numbers are also unknown to us. So for that we have to take one number as the x. So let let a number be x. Number be x here. So another number, what about another number? We can take y? No, here we can't take y because, so here we know about the sum of those two numbers is 11. So when we are taking the y as the another number, that means x plus y is equal to 11. Yes? So that means I will transfer this x to the RHS side. That means y is equal to 11 minus x. That means the y, so the second term we can take 11 minus x. Yes, we can agree. So here when we are adding those two terms, that means x plus 11 minus x means getting cancelled, it's 11. So that means the value does not disturb. So that means let a number be x and another number is 11 minus x. And another number be will be 11 minus x because sum of two numbers is 11. So from the sum we got the two numbers here. So one number is x and another number is 11 minus x. Yes, so it's completed, the sum of two numbers is 11. Then the product of same two numbers is 30. That means when we are multiplying those two terms, x and 11 minus x, we got 30. So that means the product of numbers is 30. That means x into 11 minus x is equal to 30 here. So we have to solve that one. Firstly, I will take x into this bracket. That means we have to open that bracket. That means x into 11x, x 11. That means 11x minus x into x square is equal to 30. Then I will transpose the all terms to the RHS side. That means it becomes plus x square and minus 11x. So I will write this as 30 plus x square minus 11x. Then I will reshuffle the terms. So here x square minus 11x plus 30 is equal to 0 here. So that means it's in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we have to take the same procedure. That means firstly we have to multiply a and c. A and c, what happens here? 30 into 1. That means we got 30. So after that we have to find out the factorization. That is 1 into 30, then 2 into 50. So also 3 into 10, and then 6 into 5. So those are the possibilities of factors of 30. Yes. Which one is possible here? So we want 11. So when we are taking just 1 plus 30, 31 and 29 is possibility. And 2 plus 15 means 17, 2 minus 15 means 13. So there is only possibility. And 3 plus 10, 13. So and 3 minus 10 means 7. So that means there is no any possibility of getting 11. When we are taking 6 and 5, 6 and 5 means when we are adding 6 and 5, we got 11. So just after here there is a minus 11 is there. So that means we have to insert minus to both equations. So whether when we are multiplying those two terms, whether it is 30 or not, minus 6 into minus 5, minus into minus plus, is it right? So that means we have to split this middle term using these two factors. Yes. So that means x square, and part is here, x square minus 6x minus 5x plus 30 is equal to 0. So the middle term is split. That is minus 6x into minus 6x minus 5x is minus 11x. It is correct. So here I will take out x from the both two terms. That is x into, so here x remains and here minus 6 remains. Then here I will take out minus 5. Here x remains and here minus 6 remains is equal to 0. Then, so just check whether it is right or wrong. X into x, x square, x minus 6, c minus 6x, then minus 5 into x, minus 5x, then minus 5 into minus 6, minus into minus plus 5 into 6, 30. So the answer result is correct. So then we have to take out x minus 6. X minus 6. When we have taken out x minus 6 from this term, here x remains, and when we have taken out x minus 6 from this term, minus 5 remains is equal to 0. Yes, then. So these are all the factors of this quadratic equation, x square minus 11x plus 30. So x minus 6 and x minus 5 are the factors. Then we have to equate individually. That is x minus 6 is equal to 0 or x minus 5 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to 6 or x is equal to 5. That means when we are taking any two numbers is 11, the product of same two numbers is 30, means those numbers are 6 and 5. Here we take already taken the number is x. Another number is 11 minus x. That means when we are taking x is equal to 6, then 11 minus x is equal to 5. Or when we are taking x is equal to 5, then 11 minus x is 6. So that means 6 and 5 are the required numbers. 5 and 6 are the required numbers. Yes. So this is about solving quadratic equation by factorizing. We are keep on factorizing. That is, here also we are factorizing. When we are splitting middle term, we are factorizing. After splitting term, we got some multiplied term here. Here also it will be factorized out. And then after that we got the factors. So that means it's purely based on factorization. So this is the method we have to use in solving quadratic equation. So I conclude this part here. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon. So dear students, in this class we discussed about solving quadratic equation by factorization. Thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home.